Hey guys, it is Tiffany Ott here with the Teach Better team, also known as @Tiffany Ott on most social media channels. I am excited to be here today because I get to get on a soapbox, which is apparently one of my favorite things to do. I get to talk about my classroom management pet peeves. I've got 6 of them. Let's talk about what they are. All right, guys, I get it. Classroom management is hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here telling you that it isn't. But there are things we are doing wrong and we need to stop. So what are my classroom management pet peeves? I've got 6 of them. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 classroom management pet peeve is punishing the whole class for the actions of a few. I get it. I know it's stressful that one kid is just continuing to disrupt, or there's 3 or 4 kids, or maybe even 10 kids in your class that are just causing so much stress in the day and they're disrupting learning and you can't get anything done. And you say, fine, we're not going to do X, Y, or Z thing that I had planned that you were really excited for because you guys just can't handle it. Guess what? What about those other 10 kids in the class who could handle it and who were behaving? Don't punish the entire class for the behavior of a few of them. That's not fair. Don't do it. Not good classroom management strategy. There are better ways than punishing the whole class for the behavior of a few. Sorry. Okay. Number 2 classroom management pet peeve is taking recess. It's an easy tool to get behavior wrapped up and going the direction you want it to go. And it is often very effective for getting students to do what you want them to do. But kids need a break. Kids need a break. In fact, I wish high school kids had recess. I wish middle school kids had recess. In college, you know what one of my favorite parts of the day was? When I had a break and I could go to the commons and hang out with my friends for half an hour. Recess is important. And if a student is struggling to manage their behavior, the solution to that behavior management issue is not to take away the break that they have in the day, to take away their moment of rest. Okay, classroom management pet peeve number 3 is losing consistency. Now, I kind of almost didn't want to put this in my pet peeves classroom management video because it's so hard, guys. It is so hard to have expectations and be consistent with them on and on and on when you're tired and your students are tired and the behavior is tiring. But if you aren't consistent with your expectations, your students don't know what to expect from you. And when your students don't know what to expect from you, it can all dissolve into chaos. So if you have expectations and you've laid out a classroom management plan and you've involved your students in that conversation, and then you don't consistently follow through, you're gonna have an issue. All right, that being said, if you aren't willing to adapt your classroom management plan, that is my classroom management pet peeve number 4. As much as it's important to have consistency and make a plan and stick to your plan, oh, that's great. But if it's just not working, if you're consistently following the routine you put in place and you're having those individual conversations with students and you are avoiding the other pet peeves and it's not working, it's okay to go back to the drawing board. It's okay to say, we as a class need to adapt this because we as a class need to find a way to make this work. I can't tell you the number of times I have been in front of my class and things just aren't going well and no one's paying attention and this isn't working or that's not working or so-and-so's poking that person over there. And I've said, hold up, everybody, stop. We need to have a powwow. We need to have a conversation about what's going wrong here, what we need to change, and how we need to modify this classroom approach to how we function with each other. You have to adapt sometimes. You can still maintain consistency, but recognize those times when that consistency needs to change because the plan needs to change. So be willing to adapt. All right, I'm almost there. Classroom management pet peeve number 5 is public shaming. You do not want to call out a student's behavior challenges in front of the whole class and publicly shame them. You do not need to say to the whole class, Joey, this is the 10th time today I have caught you sleeping in class and drooling on your paper. Why can't you just stop sleeping in class and drooling on your paper? Public shaming doesn't work. If that's your strategy for managing your class, you need to rethink your strategy for managing your class, because public shaming is not going to help that student get what they need in order to manage their behavior. You have to have a collaborative relationship with the students in order to help them establish their own behavior regulation. Public shaming does not have a place there. Finally, classroom management pet peeve number 6 is not being willing to admit that you need help. Sometimes we have a class or a class period or a year where it's just hard and all the tricks that we have pulled out of our hat in the past aren't working. Some of those worst years ever, I've had them in my teaching career where I have been like, what is going on? Nothing I've tried before is working now. Don't just lock yourself in your room and try and survive through this epic disaster. Get help. Ask a colleague to come in and watch your classroom. Ask for help through your PLN online. Email me, ask me a question, say, why is everything going wrong? Maybe we can collaborate and work together. But you're not going to solve your classroom management behavior issues if you've tried all your normal tricks and you're not willing to reach out and get help. So there you have it, guys, my 6 classroom management pet peeves. So all that being said, guys, if you like this video and you want to get more from the Teach Better team, make sure you click like and subscribe so you never miss more content from us. And if you need any help with classroom management, please reach out. I'd be happy to help you out at Tiffany Ott on most social media channels and Tiffany at teachbetter.com if you want to email me and we can connect. Thanks, guys.